Okay, so this is our last entrance. We've been working this last few weeks. Last time we looked at De La Riva and reverse De La Riva entrances from that guard into deep half guard. This time we're going to do an entrance from the SHAOLIN sweep. We're going to teach the sweep separately because it is a move on its own and it works very well. When we've been playing this distance half guard, guys, we've been playing a kind of defensive position here where I've been showing you guys how to control the inside space, creating roadblocks on his hips and on his shoulders, and we were looking to win the underhook and then going for our entrances into deep half. This time, this is going to be a little bit more of an offensive move. So from this position here, or I could have had sleeve control, okay, I'm going to switch to a cross grip, okay. Now, details on the grip breaking, guys, which is everything with the gi. If I make my grip, okay, I want to make sure that my knuckles is pushing into the wide part of Carl's wrist like so, and if I can stuff it like that. Okay, so when Carl circles his hand to try and break the grip, it's kind of hard because I'm always constantly pushing into the wide part of his wrist. If I'm not as particular with my grips and I'm pushing into the narrow part, Carl can circle his hand and then get his grip and strip the grip. Okay, and this is where you're constantly having to wrap your fingers and stuff. So you want to be paying particular attention to your grip. So when I make my grip and I switch to a cross grip here, so it's 4 fingers inside the gi, again I'm pushing my knuckles into the wide part of Carl's wrist, so it's harder for him to break the grip. So from this position here, placement of my knee, it's not in his shoulder and it's not in his hip because he can sprawl and smash it, okay? So it's kind of more like in a scissor sweep position diagonally here. So when I switch to the cross grip and I push my knuckles into the wide part of his wrist, my right hand is going to grab the outside of his pants here. And all I want to do is think about going for the scissor sweep. If Carl sits there and does nothing, all I'm going to do is this, and I end up on top. Okay, which will work on someone that doesn't know what you're doing. Okay, but for someone, let's go back to the shield guard position. I get the cross grip, I get my grip on the pants. Someone that knows what they're doing, when I drive in with that pressure, they're going to widen their knee, and all I'm going to do is feel his pressure driving into me. Okay, it's just like when we did that open guard move, guys, when we played from here. On your feet, bro. When we were doing this move here, and remember when I made him take a step, okay, and then I went back to this balloon sweep, I can feel Carl's pressure with it driving into me on my left foot here. Okay, just from that, the sensitivity of that, it's like a sensor. Same thing in your knees, bro. Same thing, only on a different part of my body. Now I can feel his weight on my shin. So when I get this cross grip and I grip his pants and I go for that sweep and I feel his pressure driving into me, because if he's not driving into me, he's going to get swept. All I want to do is bring Carl's weight onto my shin. Okay, I'm going to stuff my left hand in my pocket as I come all the way over, and I have the SHAOLIN sweep. So we're going to add in the BRABO choke, which we looked at last summer when we were doing our arm triangle mesocycle. So from this position here, I'm controlling. My right hand is going to open up the gi. Again, Carl's constantly going to be turning into me, so I'm going to be using this to push him back, to stiff arm him. I pass from my left to my right, and then I come underneath. And I get the gi, rule of thumb. Okay, I want to place my thumb on the back of his neck. Again, I don't want to be getting a massive grip on this material because then my grip is weak. The lapel, the width of the lapel is fine. So now the inside of my right wrist is against his right jugular. Okay, I can't make him bring his arm across, so I'm just going to place a barrier on his other jugular in a cross choke. I can go for the choke and sprawl, but Carl will probably defend, and when he does, I pull his arm across, and the detail is, I put my shoulder on his shoulder, and then just put my weight on it for my BRABO. So let's do it again. I'm not going into a lot of detail on that, guys. I covered it last summer, but let's concentrate on the sweep itself. So you on your knees, bro. So from my distance half guard, okay, my defensive guard, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive this time and offensive. Okay, I switch, say I'm playing sleeve control, I switch and again detail on stuffing this into the wide part of his wrist, so Carl will be constantly from here trying to break my grips. Okay, so I cross grip, I stuff it on the wide part and I grab the outside of his pants. Again, I try to hit this scissor sweep. Let's try to do it slow this time. And when I feel that pressure of him driving into me, I want to bring Carl perpendicular to me. So I'm bringing his weight onto me. Okay, so nearly we're like in a capital T shape. Okay, and then from here, I don't bring this away across because I'm affecting my base. I stuff my hand into my pocket, and then I just back roll. Okay, alright. So from this position, I've got Carl on his back. This is where I want him. I swim this underneath and get my grip. Again, Carl will be constantly trying to turn into me. So when he does, I'm stiff arming this. Okay, and just using my weight. So I'm sprawling on him. So I'm not just using upper body strength to keep him on his back. I pass it. Again, from here, I'm just stiff arming this again. This is going into his face. Right arm comes underneath, rule of thumb. Go for the cross choke. Again, I don't need him on his side for the cross choke. I can just sprawl into him to get it. But when he brings this across and I stuff this, I need him on his side if I'm going to hit the BRABO choke, the Darce. So from here, I put my shoulder over his shoulder. I only need one arm and I can just sprawl on him to get it. One more time, a little bit quicker. I switch to the cross grip. I try to sweep him, bring him in. So that's your SHAOLIN sweep, guys, this drill.